Welcome back, everyone. I'm so happy to see you all here today. I hope you're ready for another exciting lesson together. Today's lesson is Lesson 42, Writing a Business Letter. This is going to help us become stronger writers, and I can't wait to hear your ideas. Let's get started. Before we begin, let me ask you, have you ever written a formal letter or an email to someone? Perhaps to your teacher, an adult, or even an officer in government? If yes, what was it about? You can pause this video to think of your answer. Excellent. In the format that we learned today, a business letter is one of the formal types. So, what is a business letter? A business letter is one example of formal writing. When you write a business letter, you usually write to someone you don't know, asking for information that is necessary or important. That means the language must be respectful and suitable for adults who are not family members. Very good. Now you're ready to open our mystery box for today. Let's find out. What is our letter about? Oh, wonderful! Today, you are going to be researchers. Who wants to be a researcher? Raise your hand. Now, what are we going to research? Is it a tradition in your country? Or is it how to fly without using wings? No. We are going to find out how smart a certain animal is and how much it can learn. Is it interesting? Do you have any animal in your mind right now to research about it? Keep it in your mind for the next step. Now, here is a small task for you. Read the instructions and complete the first 3 points in the raft table below. The raft table will help you identify clearly the format of your writing as well as how you should write. The topic will be left to the next part of our lesson. So, what is your role? Are you an author or a filmmaker? Who are you going to write to? And what is the format of your writing? Read carefully and complete the table. Now here is a small task for you. Please read the instructions on the screen and complete the first 3 points in the raft table. Below, remember, raft stands for R, role. Who are you? Are you an author, a filmmaker, or perhaps a researcher? A, audience. Who are you writing to? Is it a scientist, a teacher, or maybe the public? F, format. What type of writing are you using? A business letter? An article? A script? The raft table will help you clearly identify the format of your writing and guide how you should write. The topic will be revealed in the next part of our lesson, so for now, just focus on these 3. Take a couple of minutes to read carefully and complete your answers in the table. Excellent work, everyone. You are now ready to step into the main part of today's lesson. Here, we have a sample of a business letter. The sender's name is Mike. Mike wrote to a scientist to ask for information about squirrels. Let's take a close look at his writing. Every business letter is organized into 5 important parts: the heading, the inside address, the greeting, the body, the formal closing. These are the essential parts that a business letter must include. Now, here's your task. Read Mike's letter carefully. Then match the content of each section to the correct part's name. For example, what does the heading show? What do you write in the body? Take a few minutes and then we'll check together. Well done, everyone. Let's go over our answers together one more time. First, we have the heading, which goes at the top. This shows your address and the date you write the letter. Next, the inside address. This is where we find the name and address of the person we are writing to. Then comes the greeting, usually something like, "Dear Dr. Smith," to begin the letter politely. After that, we have the body. This is the main part, where you explain your purpose, why you are writing the letter, and ask for information. Remember to include a short thank you to show respect and appreciation. Finally, we close with a formal closing and signature, and that's the structure of a formal business letter. Do you think you can remember all of these parts? Let's find out with a quick check. Great job, students. We now know the 5 parts that must be included in a business letter. But here's a question. Is having all 5 parts enough to make a good business letter? Or can we just write everything we want without thinking carefully? The answer is no. To write a strong business letter, we need to follow certain rules that make our writing clear, focused, and polite. That's why we use a writing checklist. This checklist will guide us to make sure our letter is not only complete, but also effective. Let's take a look together. On the screen, you can see the writing checklist we will use in this lesson. To write a strong business letter, you need to make sure your work follows these 3 points. 1. State the reason for writing. Always explain why you want information about the animal. If you only write questions without giving a reason, the reader may feel confused and not understand why they should answer. Include all 5 parts of the letter: the heading, the inside address, the formal greeting, the body, and the closing. We have already discussed these parts, so now we must apply them correctly. 3. Use formal language. Remember, you are writing to an adult you do not know. This is not like writing to a friend or family member. If your language is too casual, the receiver may feel unhappy and may not want to respond to your letter. So whenever you write, check each of these points carefully. This will help you create a clear, respectful, and effective business letter. Now let's get back to Mike's letter and check if it is a good business letter or not. Remember our checklist. Look at the writing sample carefully. Tell me, has Mike stated the reason for his writing yet? Yes, he has. At the beginning of his letter, Mike explains that he and his friends want to make a funny video about a squirrel that causes trouble. That is his reason for asking the scientist questions. So Mike followed the first point in our checklist. Let's continue and see if he also followed the other points. Look carefully at the writing and tell me, does this letter include all 5 parts of a business letter? Yes, it does. At the top, we can find the heading. Then we see the inside address, followed by the greeting. The main message is in the body, and finally, the letter ends with a formal closing and signature. So Mike included all 5 parts correctly. And now, for the last point on our checklist, formal language. Look at Mike's letter carefully. Can you find examples of formal language that he uses? Well done, students. Words and phrases like dear, thank you very much, and sincerely are all examples of formal language that you should include in a business letter. Don't forget this point the next time you write a letter, even if you are writing a letter to me, for example. Using polite, formal expressions will always make your writing stronger and more respectful. And that is the last important point I want you to remember in this lesson. Let's review what we have learned today. A business letter is written to someone you have not met before when you want to ask for information that is necessary or important. To write a strong business letter, we use our writing checklist with 3 points. State the reason for writing. Include all 5 parts: heading, inside address, greeting, body, and closing. Use formal language. Finally, we prepared ideas for your own writing. You will take the role of a researcher, writing to a scientist to ask about how smart a certain animal is and how much it can learn. For homework, you will choose an animal and write down 4 to 5 questions to learn how smart that animal is and how much it can learn. And that's for everything today. Thank you for joining me in this lesson. See you next time. Goodbye.